you'd done Carson, you'd done the Tonight Show a couple times, but Letterman was
I only did the Tonight Show once.
Okay.
I did it once with Johnny, and I did it twice with Jay.
Right.
And then Johnny left, and Dave was the guy. Yeah. And I was also 11 years doing stand-up at that time. So it was also the idea of, I'm 37 years old now. What's the next step? I got 3 kids. But what's the next thing? And am I going to get a show? Am I going to get that chance? Maybe I've reached as far as I'm going to get. And then Letterman came, the opportunity to do Letterman.
And you were bumped the first 2 times, I think.
That's right. I was bumped on the way there. Somebody went long, so I was bumped on the ride there. I think on the bridge, on the 59th Street Bridge, I was bumped. But anyway, so then when we did it, I remember Mel Gibson was on the show. He was the first guest, and Dave did a bit. And I'm making a lot out of this. When the story I'm about to tell you probably has no validity, but in my head it does. Dave did a bit where he cut people's pants for the spring. He goes, "I'm going to summarize your pants," and he took someone from the audience and he cut their pants, and pulled their legs out, and now they had shorts. And the crowd went crazy. And then he did Paul Schaefer's pants. He summarized Paul Schaefer's pants. And then he did his own pants. He goes, "Well, I'm not a good sport from anything." He does his own pants. So they all have, Mel Gibson comes out, he cuts Mel Gibson's pants into shorts. So I'm backstage, and I'm first time on Letterman, nobody knows me, and one of the producers comes over with a scissor. And I'm starting to think, what do I do? And he goes, "You got to cut your pants. You have to cut your pants." And we had this scissors. I go, "Really? You think?" "Yeah." And we were about to cut them, and I stopped and I said, "You know what? He's going to introduce an unknown comic. You've never seen it. You're going to see an unknown young guy walk out on stage." I just started thinking, if I come out without pants, all of a sudden there's an air of I'm one of the guys. I'm already in. I'm already part of the joke. I'm already with you guys. So I decided not to cut. I go, "You know what? I'm not going to cut my pants." And again, I'm making more of this. And I went out and I had, I'm hard on myself, but I had one of the best TV spots I've ever done. And that led to Dave calling me and signing me to a development deal. And I think, had I cut my pants, I'm delivering your futon.
Do you really think that would have made it?
There is a part of me that thinks, who knows if the dynamic is different. If I go out without my shorts, the audience, ha ha, but they don't, and you get off to a bad start, and you never know. Who knows? Maybe Dave looks at me different. Maybe somebody, I told that story to Dave, and he said, "Yeah, I'm sure it would have been fine."
and it was, I think, 2 weeks after that appearance that you get a call at your home on a Saturday afternoon saying they wanted to develop the sitcom around you. What about your final appearance on Letterman made it so emotional for you?
Well, because what made it emotional was that's where my life changed. I mean, first of all, it was just to get on the show and be and have Dave give me the accolades he did and all that is good enough. But then for what happened after that, I mean, my life changed. My children's life, my family, everything changed for me. So, and he was like a hero of mine. So, and over the course of the years, then it's 20 years later, I've been on the show over 35 times, and it was always my favorite thing to do. And every year I would write down stuff in the back of my book whenever I thought of something fun. I go, "That's good for Letterman. That's good for Letterman," because I always had to have like 15 minutes of new stuff every time I went. So when it was ending, it was just and now I'm in my 50s. The show's over. I look back at that time. There's such a magic to it. My kids are little, and I'm out there, trying to make it in the business. And this was the moment. If I have to pick one moment, this was the moment. And it's all gonna end. He's going away, and it's not gonna be the same. And it caught up with me.
For more clips from this interview, visit GrahamBensinger.com.